What an awesome, phenomenal crowd. I mean, it's just like, it reminded me back in the 90 heydays. And, great to see the support. And they got loud, big reason why we were able to get back into the game. Just phenomenal. Hopefully we can keep that going, keep building on that. It's great for our guys. It's great for recruiting. Obviously a great atmosphere for national television and, makes the university look great. As far as the game goes, I thought tale of two halves for us. The second half we got back into it by doing the things we wanted to do in the first half, and give them credit. Coming in, they're a little unorthodox. They switch a lot, and really kept us on the perimeter. Second half we started going inside more, made our run, got some stops finally. We were able to get out in transition, which is a big part of our offense. And I think we spent so much energy getting back into it. We kind of hit that wall. I think we cut it to 6, maybe 71, 65 or something like that. And just couldn't get over the hump. But, give them credit. It's a good team.
What challenge? You guys have been the best defensive team in the league so far this season, and Toledo has an act for making teams look silly at that end of the floor. What do they do that maybe other teams in your conference can't that make them such a tough challenge defensively?
Yeah, I think you have 4 skilled guys out there. Moss is kind of a cutter, rebounder, plays his role, drives it. But, that's 2 really good guards. I mean, Ryan Rollins, he's a pro. That kid's really good. And, when you have JT Shoemate at the 5, who's really a kind of probably a small forward, stretch forward type of guy. Yeah, they spread you out, they space you out, they run good actions. And, I think the first half we got away from kind of what we've done the whole year, ball pressure, gaps, and I thought they got some driving lanes on us, created easy shots in the paint and kickouts for threes.
What kind of challenges, obviously, we mentioned Ryan Rollins, who's, he was MAC Freshman of the Year season ago, and then Ray J. Dennis as well, 18 points. What kind of challenges do they both present, as guards?
I think you got 2 guys who can really handle the ball. Dennis, just kind of backs you down, plays like a Mark Jackson, type of game. They're both really good guards, and they put so much pressure on you. They can post up, they can shoot threes, they can drive the basketball, create for others. They're just 2 well-rounded guards.
In the first half, Coach, you guys weren't hitting threes. Toledo, on the other hand, they were about hovering around 75% for like the first half of that half. How do you kind of keep in that game, trying to, how do you keep competing with a team that's kind of nailing like 75% of their shots in the game?
Yeah, I think, some of it was our offense, or their offense, some of it was our defense. And I thought we settled on some shots. I think 15 of our 28 shots were threes in the first half, which is way too many. And we were 9 for 13 from 2. We made some adjustments and talked about it at halftime. And like I said, I thought the first, maybe 13, 14 minutes of the second half, we did what we wanted to do. We got into their bench, which they're not very deep. When they go into their bench, they had a drop off. That's when we kind of made our run. And, we didn't do that in the first half.
Jeff, I'm sorry if you answered some of this, but what to you makes this Toledo team so dangerous? And you saw them last year. Can you make the case that this team is maybe even a little better than last year's team?
Yeah, I think so. I thought that coming in. I just think they're a tough matchup with Shoemate. He can guard 5s and, space you out. He can shoot threes. I mean, his shooting numbers are ridiculous. What was he tonight? 1 for 4. I think last game he might have been 1 for 5, so he's cooled off a little bit. But when you have 2 really good guards like that, I think it's a little more spread out. Littleson was kind of a catch and shoot guy. These 2 guards can do multiple things, which you got a game plan for a little bit differently. But like I said, they're a good team. We'll get to see them again, and should be another good game, hopefully.
So not getting into it, but coaching Mark several times in the first half, especially hard. This is the first time all year where we didn't see him kind of dictate and be a real coach on the floor for you guys. What didn't work for Mark tonight, and how much of that was the pressure that those guards were putting on?
Yeah, we got to help him. I think he got a little frustrated with the way they're guarding, just switching everything. Those driving lanes he normally gets weren't there. And, we got to do a better job to try to help him out. And, you know, when you've not been in that situation, you can get frustrated. You know, he's never really, you know, been in that, you know, deal. I thought second half the spacing was better. We got stops in transition, which he's really good in transition. And, you know, I think he got the majority of his points in the second half there. You know, he was a big reason why we made that run and cut it to 6.
Yeah, we actually saw him hang his head once or twice in the first half, which, again, is an alien concept for Mark. What did you do to try to get him through that?
I think I mean, everything's a teaching moment, right? And, you know, especially when you've not been in that situation, you're frustrated. And like I've said from day one, he's really good, but he's got room for growth and to get better. And, you know, it's, you know, one game, 20 minutes, you know, where he didn't play, you know, like Mark has played. And, you know, I think body language, you know, just understanding the next play and communicating. But, I mean, he's a big reason why we're 14-3, 5-1, and he'll learn from it and keep moving on.
Is Shoemate okay, or Carter okay?
Shoemate's really good. And,
Is Carter?
yeah, I think he's just cramped up. I haven't talked to our trainer in depth, but hopefully that's all it is.
Anything happen tonight, Jeff, that leaves you encouraged or discouraged when you're thinking about the prospect of playing this team again in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, we'll worry about that when we get there. Obviously, we can learn a lot of things from this. I think that whatever it was, that 14-minute stretch, we played really well. I think A.J. Clayton would have helped us tonight just from a depth perspective, shooting three perspective, you know, rebounding perspective. But, you know, we didn't have them, and, you know, give our guys credit for battling. You know, when we got back into it, you just expend so much energy doing that. You know, it's tough to sustain, you know, that level. And, but, you know, we'll definitely learn from it, move on. I mean, it's one game of, you know, 17 we played, and kind of uncharacteristic first half, and it's got to be better on Tuesday.
Is there any part of you that is glad that you guys have played with the league virtually for 2 months straight?
No.
So, yeah.
No.
There's no part of you that says, hey, we got punched in the mouth pretty good and responded. That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. You want to see how you respond, you know, because we really haven't been dominated like that for a full game. I think if you look at all our games, we've led for the majority of the games. And, you know, I mean, at halftime, I told them, I'm like, we could come out and be the same, I guess, on our heels and lack of aggressiveness in the second half and get beat by, you know, 30, 35 points. Or we can come out, compete, you know, go war by war. And we got great kids. I mean, they compete to the end. And, you know, when I took the time out at the end, I just told them, we win with class, we lose with class. You know, this one game doesn't define who we are. And, you know, the leadership on this team will make sure we're ready to play on Tuesday. All right, thanks. Safe travels, everyone.
For either of you guys, what happened on this, you know, in the first half specifically? You guys have been a great defensive team all year long, and that was not the case for the first 20 minutes. What broke down for you guys?
Just came out and they were more aggressive than us. Usually we do a really good job ball pressure, making it difficult for the big guys to get post touches. Usually we have better gaps. Just weren't there together defensively. Probably not enough communication, but they came out, were just more aggressive than us.
You have any thoughts on that, Miles?
Yeah.
Defensively, what you did or didn't do in the first half?
Pretty much like Benji said, we just didn't play Ohio basketball tonight. They made some tough shots, they made some big plays, but we didn't stick to our principles. Like, we weren't in our gaps, we didn't rebound well, and we just simply didn't play our style of basketball tonight.
And I don't want to put you on the spot, but was that one of the better backcourts you guys have seen this year with Rollins and Dennis? Two guys that made easy shots, but they also made a lot of contested ones too.
Yeah, they were a great backcourt. Like I said, they made some tough shots. Rollins made some tough shots. They posted up. There were some bigger guards. They got in the post often, so that was a little bit different, and they made plays.
You mentioned Ryan Rollins. Obviously, he was MAC player or freshman of the year last year. What made him so tough to defend tonight? Led them with 26 points. What's for either of you?
I think he's just a great player, and like Miles said, yeah, he was making some tough shots. We let him get some confidence early by not being in the gaps for the guys on the ball. And yeah, once you get confidence, that hoop just kind of gets a little bigger, a little bit easier to make shots. So just from the jump, we got to do a better job keying in on a guy like that to take away the confidence early.
You guys take anything out of the fact that you fought and got back into this thing a little bit a few different times in the second half, or
We just can't come out and start the game off like that. Usually we're on the other end of that. Usually we get off to a good start, usually punch the team in the mouth, but we kind of took it on the chin the first 2 wars, the first 3 wars, and we kind of faded back a little bit. We tried to pick it up in the second half, but time was winding down and we weren't able to pull it off.
Yeah, no matter how good you play in the second half, digging yourself out of a 16-point hole, I think it was, it's a little difficult. So it's hard to win games when you end the first half like that.
Ben, can you kind of break down for me a little bit, kind of what was the trouble with you guys for 3-pointers in the first half? You guys, I think, were 3 of 15 in the first half. Was it just shots not falling? What did you see?
Yeah, I think, sometimes shots just aren't going to fall. Earlier this year and in other games when shots aren't falling, we usually do a pretty good job of trying to get the ball in the paint, paint touch, post touch. I don't think we did a great job of that tonight. We kind of settled for contested jumpers and just shooting, even if they're open threes, keep shooting when they're not falling. Usually we do a better job trying to get to the rim when stuff like that happens. But tonight in the first half, we just kind of got away from that a little bit.
You guys haven't lost a game in almost 2 months, Miles. How does this feel? Is this a nice reset point for you guys? How do you take it when you guys have been barely been behind, let alone lose a game for a while?
I guess you just learn from it, really. It's always better to win or learn from a win than a loss, but in this case, we have no other choice but to learn, get better, come in the next day. We have a day off tomorrow, so kind of rejuvenate our bodies, recover, and get back after it on Monday.
Did anything happen tonight that encourages you or discourages this team from the rematch in 2 weeks?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Did anything that happened tonight in the game encourage or discourage your team from the rematch in 2 weeks?
Oh, it definitely encourages us. The way we saw them celebrating and stuff at the end of the game definitely kind of gave some fuel. We're definitely looking forward to seeing them again whenever we play them. But right now we're just focusing on Northern Illinois and trying to get that dub at home.
Any thoughts you want to add to that, Ben?
Yeah, I think, obviously you learn a lot of things in a loss. But like Miles said, just take it one day at a time, rest up tomorrow, get back to it on Sunday, and then try to get the next win. Can't think too far ahead.
Anything else?
Did you guys know what happened to Jason there with about 5 minutes left?
I think he was just cramping, pretty bad cramps, both of his quads. Yeah,
That sounds very painful.
yeah.
Thanks, guys.
One more thing, want to give a huge shout out to the students who came out today. That I've never seen that many students at a game before. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, sorry we couldn't get the win, but we appreciate you guys, and we hope we can see you guys again on Tuesday. That was phenomenal. That energy was crazy. So thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for supporting. Appreciate you guys coming out.
Absolutely.
Did that play a part in the second half? Did you guys falling back into it? Was that tangible effect there for you guys?
You could feel the energy in the second half, and we feed off of it. Coach Boals feeds off of it. I mean, playing in an environment like that, something you dream of. Seeing that many people standing up cheering, it was awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.